On the 17th of March, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, while addressing a public rally in Mumbai to mark the conclusion of the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, attacked Prime Minister Modi, stating that he cannot win elections without EVMs. He compared the BJP to the powerful symbol of Shakti, claiming that the opposition is fighting against this Shakti. He also targeted Prime Minister Modi, alleging that the Prime Minister is only a mask working for this Shakti.
हिंदू धर्म में शक्ति शब्द होता है। हम शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं, एक शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं। अब सवाल उठता है, वो शक्ति क्या है? जैसे किसी ने यहां कहा, राजा की आत्मा ईवीएम में है। सही है, सही है। राजा की आत्मा ईवीएम में है। हिंदुस्तान की हर संस्था में है, ईडी में है, सीबीआई में है, इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट में है। एक वरिष्ठ नेता, नाम नहीं लेना चाहता हूं, इसी प्रदेश के एक वरिष्ठ नेता कांग्रेस पार्टी को छोड़ते हैं और रो के कहते हैं, मेरी मां से रो के कहते हैं कि सोनिया जी, मुझे शर्म आ रही है, मेरे में इन लोगों से, इस शक्ति से लड़ने की हिम्मत नहीं है, मैं जेल नहीं जाना चाहता हूं। और ये एक नहीं है, ऐसे हजारों लोग डराए गए हैं। क्या आप सोचते हो शिवसेना के लोग, एनसी के लोग ऐसे ही चले गए? नहीं। जिस शक्ति की मैं बात कर रहा हूं, उन्होंने उनका गला पकड़कर उनको बीजेपी की ओर किया है और वो सब डर के गए हैं।
Several BJP leaders have labelled Rahul Gandhi as Hindu-phobic and misogynistic for his remarks against Shakti. Let's go across to my colleague Brijesh, who joins us live from the newsroom. Brijesh, a very good afternoon to you. The question is, are Rahul's comments on Shakti a misfire? You know, Shakti is an all-powerful, venerated concept in Hinduism. Does making a statement like this highlight an anti-Hindu stand as claimed by some BJP leaders?
Well, I think, what Rahul wanted to say and what he said, the entire thing was lost in translation, because basically when you start your speech by saying that, in Hindu Dharma, there's a thing called Shakti, then that takes a completely different connotation. That this means that you may be talking about goddess Durga, you may be talking about goddess Kali, you may be talking about, Shakti, which is revered in its all form. If you would have said that, in Hindi there is a word called Shakti and we are fighting against that Shakti, then it would have taken a completely different meaning. I think this is exactly the kind of situation that has happened. Basically what he wanted to say was that, that we are fighting against a power that is dependent on Enforcement Directorate, that is dependent on CBI, that is dependent on income tax, and that is the reason why we are fighting a man who is dependent on the Shakti of these, investigative agency. This is what he wanted to say. But, in politics, you have to be very clear about what you are saying and what you are trying to convey. I mean, there is no room for gaffe. One legendary example which immediately comes to my mind is from Uttar Pradesh, when Akhilesh Yadav kept on taunting Yogi Adityanath that, Baba aa gaye, Baba ka bulldozer aa gaya, and, it will demolish some houses but will not touch other houses. He was lampooning the idea of bulldozer, and look what happened. happened. When BJP won the election, I think the symbol of bulldozer was more in picture than the chief minister himself. So I think this was a completely avoidable remark by Rahul Gandhi. He should have known that that in Hindu Dharma Shakti is something else and in Hindi Shakti is something else. He should have stuck to Hindi rather than Hindu. And Prime Minister, we have seen him turning around the narrative to the chagrin of opposition parties. He has done it several times, and this time also he has done it. He has said that you are talking of Shakti, you are talking of our goddesses and all, but I believe in Shakti, I worship Shakti. And he goes on to equate that with the women folk present there, saying that you are my Shakti and I follow it. So I think Rahul Gandhi has to be a bit careful about what he speaks and what is exactly taken in by the public and also the ruling party, which is Bharatiya Janata Party.
Right. British, down south, DMK leaders have also made comments against Sanatan Dharm already. We had MK Stalin's son, Udhayanidhi Stalin, make a remark against Sanatan Dharm. And now we have Rahul's remarks on Shakti. Will it somewhere sharpen Hindu-phobic narrative against the India bloc?
In South, this kind of narration doesn't find that kind of traction, which it would have found had that statement been made in any of the North India states. So I don't think that it will have any kind of that much of a traction against DMK in the state of Tamil Nadu. What Rahul Gandhi has said, this is there are many who believe that this was said something, he meant something and he said something, and this is not the first time Rahul Gandhi has made these kind of gaffe. So we'll have to wait and watch and see whether it actually becomes an election narrative, or the BJP's will be able to use it to their advantage to target the Congress party.
Right. Finally, before I let you go, Brijesh, is this another self-goal by the India bloc, after Lalu Yadav's comments on Prime Minister Modi ka parivar, which BJP eventually turned in a way for itself?
Well, in election, these kind of things will keep on happening. If you talk to RJD people, they say that yes, it's the BJP walas who are talking about Modi ka parivar and they've changed their Twitter bios and all. But on the ground, this situation and issues and emotions changes every 6 hours. So they are not worried about that. But yes, when you're fighting a machine, an election machine like the Bharatiya Janata Party, I think, Lalu and Rahul and others should take a leaf from Lalu's son, which is Tejasvi Yadav. When he was fighting an assembly election of Bihar with his back against wall, he fought a splendid election, where the BJP was not able to, take his word out of context because he was so clear and specific, and was not able to, create a counter narrative against him based on several things which otherwise, the loose mouths of the loose cannons of the RJD would have done. So I think, Lalu should also take a leaf, and Rahul Gandhi should also take a leaf from that kind of election campaign. Stick to what you want to say and don't deviate from that, irrespective of how grave the provocation is.